Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let us recite Al-Fatiha. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta 'alaihim ghairil maghdubi 'alaihim waladdallin. Amin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. O Allah, you are the most merciful, the most compassionate, the most forgiving. Please forgive all our sins, our parents, our families, and the Muslim Ummah. O Allah, please let us to be your best servant and your best viceroy. O Allah, you alone we worship and you alone bring us for help. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah, first and foremost, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us the opportunity to continue our class. We are now on week number 3, and also this week you are going to finalize your submission of your proposal. A few groups already consulted to get my opinion. One thing that I already mentioned also in the WhatsApp, that you have to be specific and you have to be practical. Okay, specific, practical, affordable, accessible, appropriate, and available. 4 A's. So today, I just learned 4 A's yesterday from our lecture. 4 A's. First, it should be available. Right? Available means you can address the problem. It's available. The problem is real. Number 2, accessible to you. It means that you can provide the solution, and the solution can be happen within our limitation. And number 3 is supposed to be affordable. Okay? You are not rich, right? You don't have a lot of time. Okay? You don't have a lot also resources, and you don't have so many manpower. Okay? It should be within your affordability. And number 4 should be appropriate, not something dangerous. Someone trying to fix the electricity, then dangerous. Or someone trying to fix the roof, dangerous. Someone trying to get rid of COVID-19. The world also cannot know. So I call expert consultant in the panel also cannot get rid. You wanted to get rid of COVID-19. This is not appropriate. Okay, don't do something that's dangerous to your life. Okay, do something that within. Lead the way. Many people couldn't understand what is the meaning of lead. Lead is one of the manual functions. Is that you have to show, train until they can grab and becomes their habits. Okay? If all this one they are so problematic according to you and also your survey, after 10 weeks they change. Change can be little bit can also change. Okay, change not necessarily must be 100%. Okay, if they can improve 1 out of 10 also already change. Then we say lead the world. Lead the world means you share to the world through your YouTube. So that is lead the world. Lead the way, you show to your. Someone wanted to train 30,000 IIM students. Oh, in my experience of 22 years or so, I cannot train. Even, I cannot train even 100 students closely. You want to train 30,000 students because you mentioned IIM students. When you say IIM students, I mean 30,000. And when you say the whole Mahala, you have 1,000 students. Is it affordable to handhold the person, monitor them 10 weeks until day and night until they can acquire that habit? this is what, leading the way, leading the world. University tagline, right? The song university, leading the way. And also we have, not just the way, leading the world. Leading the world doesn't mean that you have to be, you have to go to all 165 countries. And leading the world means you show in your YouTube. And your YouTube should be something that creative, attractive, so that when people switch on, open your YouTube, will be interesting, and they learn something. So it should be open, don't private your YouTube. Some people they private YouTube, or sometimes they make like kids only, for kids. So dangerous, if you your video is for kids. And people cannot, comment, people cannot, watch, because it's meant for kids. This is something that you have to be careful. Of course, that is the end of the product. But right from this week, it's already your journey to train whoever that you feel that they are lacking. Very simple. Some of you say these students, they are not careful in using water. Okay, train them on what is the appropriate way to use water. If you do not know, then consult others. And SDG, one of the SDG driver is partnership. Okay, partnership, working with others. Don't just work within your 3 members. Okay, work with others. In Mahala, you have your who else in your Mahala? Can be your fellows, right? The fellow of your building, so your principal officers, even those who are relevant parties like cleaners, cafe operators, even you can work with your parents. Okay, your parents to sponsor you, the project. Okay, this thing of working with others, partnership. Okay, and then try to align each project with the Sustainable Development Goal. We have 17. Okay, many of you good because you wanted to, introduce justice to the organization. Okay, 17 or 16 or 17 good. Okay, some of you just wanted to end the poverty. Okay, to end the poverty, no poverty. Okay, you want to end, some of you end the hunger. Okay? There are 17. For some of you, introduce good health. Yesterday, I was at until actually 2 days, I had the opportunity to be moderator and have discussion with hospital directors. So actually, doctors also, they lack of management knowledge. They have problem with plan. They have problem with organize. They have problem with lead. They have problem with control. They only know how to diagnose, right? To diagnose your sickness, and they can only prescribe medicine. Yesterday we said to them, Alhamdulillah, for the first time in my life, I attended a conference with all doctors. Not just doctors, consultants, very senior doctors. But doctor said, sorry, Prof, we are doctors, but we are useless today. You know why? Why the doctors are useless? Any idea? Because they just attended like you in the class. No tools, no stethoscope. They don't have tools, They don't have to mean they cannot function. Okay? They cannot do anything, they do not know what will be your sickness. Of course, CPR, they can apply, but that is only emergency, but the rest they do not know. The same are useless, just like you now. Mechanic without tool, can they repair? You know, right? I mean to say that these people also need to have management. Doctors also require management. So they need to learn about how to do planning. More importantly, doctors also need to make decisions. Everyone is making decisions, right? Your brothers and sisters in the Zoom, How many decisions you make in every day? Brothers and sisters in the Zoom. How many of you? Oh, not many. Majority are here. How many decisions you make a day? How many have you counted? You have different, attire, different costume, different colors. It must be gone through some decision, right? To decide what is the color, to match the color between, like sisters, between the colors or your hijab color with your face mask and also with your shoes, handbag, similar colors. Or you don't care. Also decision. Your decision, I don't care. Whatever is available, whatever is valuable for me, just go ahead. Okay. After all, raining season, no time to dry the clothes, and also no time to wash the clothes using the vending machine, etc. Whatever is available, just take no decision. Whatever is available. So basically, we make how many decisions in a day? On average, 2 decisions. About 2 to 300 decisions a day. In a washroom alone, I think about 30 to 40 decisions. Your toothpaste, right? Toothpaste, right? Whether to use the Islamic brand, like what Siwak, Mukmin, for sisters. No, I want to use Muslimah brand. Brothers, Mukmin. Some of you Colgate, no brand, right? Giant brand. Or Lotus brand, right? No longer Tesco. See when Tesco became Lotus? Oh, you also don't not aware. Last year, I already outdated. I want to go to not go to Tesco. I couldn't find Tesco. But I think this building used to be Tesco, but now Lotus. Oh, more green, right? Green competing with Giant. See, Giant, Tesco, etc. Choices are right. Toothpaste already, one decision. And the brush, manual or electronic, or use hands, fingers. In estate, okay, I came from estate, no? Whenever I go, I will tell people I'm from estate. Plantation, no? We also, people in the state, they can't afford to buy the toothpaste. They use what? The charcoal. You know, the black one, easily available because they can burn the rubber trees, and then they get, you know what? They put in the water, the soap, and then using fingers only. But no problem with their teeth. But right now I saw in the market, they also have that flavor. Okay, and brothers, those who frequenting yourself with the Jama tablet, they said don't bring any toothpaste or brush. Use the wood, right? Small wood. I think some of you also bring into the class, right? Sometimes they put here, no? Now more corporate, they have the casing. Then also another decision, how many already? And then I call your soap, right? Soap, shampoo, or no need. Experience among brothers, very, very slow, to use shampoo or soap. Just water. The water can clean ourselves. During my childhood, no need also to shower. Dive into the river. At 6 a.m. in the morning, 1, 2, 3, dive, soak myself for 3 minutes, done. Everything clear. That is decision also, right? And then after that, breakfast, right? Whether to have easy breakfast, light breakfast, or no breakfast. or fasting. So some people, they already used to fasting Monday and Thursday and what days, and sometimes they follow the alternate day, every day fasting. So those are decision. How many already? Okay. In other words, our life gone through a lot of decision. What else about managers? Managers have their own self decision, their family members. Now they have to make decision in their organization. How to work with others, work with people that can get things done with efficiency and effectiveness. How? That is a very big word for the managers. Okay? They have to use. So here we have these some of the approaches that you can apply, okay, in order for you to make decisions. Of course, situations are different. Some situations are easy, understood, available, easy to comprehend. Some situations are very difficult. You don't have information. Okay? For example, to determine whether or not we can go for no physical distancing in the salat, right? Inshallah, if you want to go for salat without physical distancing, you can go to masjid or surah in the Kuala Lumpur area, Kuala Lumpur Putrajaya, under the federal territory. Islam not yet announced anything. Okay, Kuala Lumpur is not that far from us. Our postcode already Kuala Lumpur, right? Okay, 53100 Kuala Lumpur, but we are not in Kuala Lumpur, Islam. So just cross the border of the LRT, then you reach Kuala Lumpur already. Okay, then also decision. So decision, in that session they use the risk management. So nowadays people say that physical distancing is not an issue. More importantly, you have to always wear your face mask. Face mask is important. So because perhaps later on, no need to wear any face mask, because if you invented a kind of medicine, you can spray the nasal spray before you go anywhere. You spray yourself first, spray, and then automatically whatever potential virus, the virus will be killed. Just like when you enter into forest, right? Then you spray repellent to yourself. And then whoever close to you, they will die. Shaitan also died. Iblis, jinn also died because they have repellent. I'm not saying the repellent of the spray for the mosquitoes and all the insects. But we also have another repellent for us, right? When we recite the dua, that is a repellent. Okay, we have also approaches to make decisions. Okay, our style, and also at the same time we also have bias to ourselves, and also to our own inclination. So how to improve our decision-making solution? Especially nowadays, we are in the Industrial Revolution 4.0. All right. Why we need to make decision? Because we have to choose. Okay? We have to choose. The resources are limited. Okay? You learn economics. Have you learned or just you never learned economics before? Economics is about scarcity, right? We have scarcity, scarce. Our life is limited. And we also have limited time. Ourselves, right? From the side perspective, we have ajal, right? Okay? We have ajal, but we do not know. We have the limitation, therefore we have to be careful, in our decision. So therefore, managers, let's see. Okay, now we can say, okay, managers need to make effective. This is at the end you have to get things done. Okay, all decisions need to be done at all the management functions in planning to decide the goal. What kind of goal? Financial, non-financial, whether long term, short term, medium term. What are the strategies that appropriate? The 4 is supposed to be appropriate. How are you going to plan for that? Okay? When you have planned, you can provide the direction so that nobody will be lost in your work. How to do it? Is it by individual, top down? You decide at the top of the building alone, or you want to do it with shura? Have you heard the term shura? Yesterday, the doctor said, we have to use shura. University Malaya Medical Center also said that they follow the consensus, virtual consultation. Of course, they use the term virtual consultation, but in our term is shura bainahu. Shura means virtual consultation, right? So you don't make decision alone because you are not the one person to do everything, right? You have to get the opinions of others. But the problem when you have so many things, many opinions, then how to unite, how to have a common. That also require skill, isn't it? Human skill require managerial roles. How to get the participation from your workers. Okay, after you plan, you need to decide the work. Who are the employees? What kind of work should be given? How are they going to report to you? Now this is easy, right? You report through the digital reporting. Similar to our doctors also nowadays. My new experience after pandemic, when you consult doctors are very busy to enter what I call data into the computers. They say what is your sickness? No, okay, the doctor busy to type my name and also my information trace, the previous. Okay, and then the new data enter again. So at the end, our doctors became data entry officer, right? Have you ever experienced this? Have you seen our doctors, whether outside and also our university doctors? They busy with their computers. Instead of looking at us, they're looking at the computers. And yesterday also, the doctors pointed this problem. Why is that our computers are not friendly to the doctors? Why the doctors need to click, scroll up and down menu, and then doctors have to compose. Okay, but doctors have to type. The doctors in the past just write on a piece of paper, right? But why we can't have that technology? Doctors no need to type, but just write. They can scramble whatever in the writing pad, and then the computer can just translate, right? Transform into alphabet of computer rather than doctors spend time. Now I feel that doctors spend more time on entering data instead of diagnosing the patients. This is something that digital yet not organized well. And then also decision. You purchase computers, the cheapest computers in town. And everything need to use keyboard, need to use mouse rather than voice. 20 years ago, I'm talking about 20 years ago, I attended one exhibition at PWC. We already have computers that can use voice 20 years ago. I tried myself. My name Suhaimi, written there. My name Suhaimi, 20 years ago. Right? But after 20 years, now we couldn't get that technology. What happened? Because that technology is very costly, right? Very expensive. So instead of using voice recognition, translate into word, they cannot do that. And that's why you make the employees became burdened with that particular task. All right, whether or not they can make their own decision or they have to wait for the approval from the central, then this also will delay their jobs. People complain that why the application no difference between the manual and the digital. During manual, rubber stamp, right? Boom, boom, rubber stamp. You can see the noises, right? People like banging the table, right? But now digital. Why digital and rubber stamp is just a matter of platform, right? Digital, you still have to click and then put your authority. Rubber stamp, you put rubber stamp and sign. No difference. That's why the work became delayed. The organizing system is not there. The job design also not. It's just a matter of platform from manual to digital. So how to do it? So therefore you need to decide. Okay, if you go for digital transformation to digital, it has to be digital. It cannot be digital in the form, but manual in the substance. Are you following me? Digital in the form, computers, but in implementation still require approval. Approval from 1, 2, 3, 5 authorities. That's why things are delayed. This is also another organizing decision. But what happened? Because we only comfortable with the forms outside, but not the inside. Similarly to leading, how to handle employees that are not motivated. Yesterday, Minister of Education said so many teachers applying for early retirement, especially ladies. At 40s, they already wanted to retire. You know what happened? We government invested a lot, to every teacher, a lot of investment. But if they retire at 40, what happened to the investment? Burn, right? Because some costs. Of course, we are not very particular about the money, but the money is coming from the taxpayers. Okay, we want, if possible, to at least we can get the break-even point. We invested 1 million. How many years to get back 1 million? Okay, and then only will be appropriate. Okay, for example, like myself, the government invested about 2 million ringgit on me. People standing in front of you today have been invested about 2 million ringgit Malaysia from our government. So this person need to give the return. Okay? Not return in money, but return in the services. So of course, in terms of break even, I already done the break even point long time ago. But if you can maintain the person, then you can get the more return in the investment. Okay, so this is how to handle them so that they can work continuously, they don't resign. And what kind of leadership that suitable? Autocratic, democratic, or is it don't bother? Then how to make them productive? Okay. Some yesterday doctor said in order to make people productive, organize more refreshment, give them more refreshment. But the problem, after giving a lot of refreshment, what happened to the workers? Sleepy. What happened to the size? And then doctor say, we have problem with obesity in Malaysia. The highest obesity in Malaysia, in Asia, and also in the world. Okay? But if you go to countries like Thailand, Vietnam, etc., you don't find obese people walking in the street. All of them are skinny. But here in Malaysia, You have a lot. Because to motivate people, eat a lot. Must be some other things to be done. You know? Otherwise, you know, they are happy, but at the same time they also fat. Okay, what is the right time to stimulate conflict? So conflict in the work, functional conflict. Some if the work is so easy, they'll be so relaxed. Okay, how to handle that? Also need to decide. Controlling. What kind of activities to be controlled? Can you control everything? Put camera everywhere. Can you put CCTV at every corner of your organization? Cannot, right? Certain places you cannot put CCTV, yeah? Especially in the washroom, you cannot. But why do you need to have CCTV? Why CCTV is important? Means that you are not efficient and effective in motivating your own employees until you have to install CCTV. You should install the confidence, the trust in your workers. But that is the decision of managers. They don't trust. KPI. People hate KPI. Because KPI is so much of data, so much of numbers. Okay? They say that make sure that 100% student employed after graduation. 100%. You have to force all your students to get job after their graduation. But some of them, they don't want. Some of them, no, I just wanted to study. And after that, because now we already have, we are wealthy. We do not need to work just to continue the businesses of the family. No need to work. So family members mean we can get some percentage from our work. So we cannot force. But we use the numbers. 100% students must be on their job. It is not reflective of the reality. Okay, and then the type of MIS to be used. We wanted to use HDL, hybrid. I think student complain, no Wi-Fi. Okay, is it true? It's what students say, no Wi-Fi at Yamaha. Okay, then we wanted to implement HDL. HDL means you have hybrid, but you don't have computers, you don't have the accessibility. We wanted to have paperless. Yesterday, students said paperless. We don't even have that. We don't have the laptop. Then how to be paperless? We continue to write on papers. Not realistic, isn't it? That's why we go for hybrid. So this also need to be carefully decided. Otherwise, your decision will be inefficient and ineffective. All right. Decision, something that you have to make between so many alternatives. Choose one. Which one? You cannot choose all of them because you have the limitation. Okay, this is the process. We call rational process, step by step. Identify the problem, and then what are the criteria to solve the problem? Give weight to all the criteria, develop the alternatives, and then analyze, select, implement, and then evaluate. This is what you already gone through from week 1, week number 2, isn't it? How was the exercise of finalizing your project? Is it straightforward? Like what we have here? Or you have a different experience? Step by step, supposed to be okay. Identify what are the problems. You also do not know the problem, isn't it? To you, it is a problem, but you are not sure whether that is really a problem. That's why then you started to have conversation, interaction with your friends, your stakeholders, and so forth. Okay, then how to solve that? What are the criteria? And what will be the attributes to solve the problems? And what will be the values to be applied? Values. So what are the values? Is it numbers? Yeah. Is it based on satisfaction? Yeah. Is it based on what? And then based on the value, develop what will be the possible ways to solve that problem, and analyze each of them, because you need to select the best one. The best is not the best at all time, but best at that particular time. Okay, according to your 4 A's. Yeah? Available, accessible, affordable, appropriate. Based on the 4 A's. Implement, so you're going to have how many? For you 10 weeks to implement whatever you have decided. Let's say after 2 weeks of implementing, you felt that you have problems. Then you can reverse. You can always reverse. Go back to your alternative that you already analyzed, right? And then pick the second one, the second best to implement. Okay? The process you can go back. Not like it's 1 week. You can go back. Okay. Study after 2 weeks. Even sometimes some students until the week number 9. So we cannot proceed. No, we have problem. Can you change? You can change. You can go back to your alternative, pick, and implement again. Okay? Until last week, 11 hours you can change. Okay, but again, when you change to 11 minutes, 11 hours, and things will be very, very disorganized. Okay? Just to inform you that this process is dynamic. Dynamic means that we can change. We can change our alternative depending on the situation. But this flow is just to give you an idea of the process. All right. Are you following, students, in the Zoom? People in the classroom, okay, they can hear my voice. I'm not sure. People in the Zoom, can you hear my voice?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, good. At least I have feedback. Not many, only 22 students in the Zoom. Okay. Okay, this is the step by step, what actually the problem. Okay. Problem something that is not desirable. You don't have computers, or your computer is not working, laptop is not working. So you need a new computers, brand new, refurbished. It doesn't matter as long as you need a workable one. But if you don't want to buy, you can decide whether to buy a new one or buy the second hand, or you can just repair, and then also do the next process. Okay, and then what will be the criteria for the new laptop? Okay, some people they go for the brand, could be the color, could be the price, could be the graphic quality, the screen size, the weight, the processors, and the software and so forth. These are some of the criteria that include your purchase. Similarly, you can also apply to your project. What would be that's why I said brainstorm. Brainstorm, not necessarily you with your 3 members. You can also get others to give their opinions. Okay? Sometimes for me, when it comes to computers, I have no idea about all this. What I did, I just consult the technician. Technician that we have here can be consulted. They are expert actually, you don't say hire them not because they don't have job, but they really have qualification, computer scientists. Actually, they are computer scientists of technician level. And some of them they have the title PC title, TC. And some of them, the grade 1, they have a TS title, technologies. Next time when you see people with title TS, don't call them Tan Sri, TS, they are not Tan Sri, they are technologists, because they are the professional technologists registered with the Malaysian Board of Technology. TC, registered technician. And later on, when you become an accountant, you have CA, chartered accountant. Okay, CA or CPA. Okay, that is your. Of course, you don't put them accountant. But later on, you wanted to put accountant also in front of your name. Like our friends in architecture, right? They have AR. Are you familiar with this AR? Don't call them AR. They are actually architect, AR. SR, sister. Sometimes, my first time, I said, what this brother is with the name SR Muhammad. In IOM, SR meant for sisters. I just said, is it typo? You're supposed to be brother, right? Brother Muhammad. Why SR, you're a sister? No, that is not brother or sister. That is because the person is surveyor. SR means surveyor. Okay? If you see a friend, on campus, I think you don't see them now. If they carry the, they call that tripod, tripod things, someone holding one stick very far, and someone doing the tripod, they are doing measuring. They are surveyor. SR. IR, engineer, okay? Or insinyur actually, insinyur. Okay, and we also have GS. Yes, GS, the geoscientists. These people dealing with the grid or measurement of lengths. GS. There's so many titles. You can create accountant, AC. Managers, manager, MG, for example. Everyone needs to have title. Malaysia, is a country that loves to have title in front of their name. If no title, they feel like they are nobody. But alhamdulillah, in IM, all of you have title already. You are BR, you are SR, but not S small r. You are SR big one, not don't become a surveyor. Okay? If you go to architecture, SR, they call you a surveyor. Okay? And then we also have IDR. One more, not DR, doctor, IDR is another one. Interior designer. So they because they belong to their professional bodies. Computers also can have technician, TC. So you can consult them. So they based on this criteria, and then you give weights. Okay. Then after that, you develop alternatives, different brands. Okay, and then these are the criteria. If you do not know, you consult people, and they can give you this. We call these numbers. This is just simple example for computers, and then you have to analyze, do some calculation. If you want to do calculation, if you don't want, you can use the qualitative. Right? Perhaps you can rank 1, 2, 3. What is your preference? Or you can do a short survey among those who are familiar with this, just to give you confidence, to select the one that most appropriate. Okay, and then implement, and then you evaluate. In your case, you can do evaluation in your project. After 2 weeks, you find that you cannot move, and then you can reverse or you change to other alternatives. But once you have done, in your context, you will, reflection is not to evaluate your project, but rather what have you learned throughout the process of your project paper. All right, this is called rational approach. The step-by-step we call rational approach. Why rational? Because the problems are logical, it is objective, it's clear, no ambiguity. Ambiguity means, for example, you know the brand of computers, you know the size, the battery, etc. These are known. Therefore, we call this a rational approach. Yeah, rational means it is known to you and you can achieve the optimization and you can make decision at the best of your ability. But not all the questions are rational. Sometimes you have illimited information, but you still have to make decision. For example, you are given 24 hours. Okay? From 24 hours, after 24 hours, let me know what is your decision. 24 hours. Limited time, right? You have to make a decision. Okay? Therefore, your decision can no longer optimize. Okay? Because you have no time to evaluate. What you do, you only we call satisfies. Okay? Just enough. Mean to say it satisfying, not the harmful, not the optimized, but just enough. And in certain situations, you might want just to continue with your decision. Even though you know your decision is not optimized, but you just continue because you do not want, you want to save your face. You get what I mean? Save your face. You do not want the water phase drop. You get what I mean? Save your face. Some people, they are very concerned about their to save their face. Meaning that they don't want to be embarrassed. And they want to be gentlewoman. They want to show that they are great. Okay? Just continue as if nothing is wrong. Many special people continue the decision even though it's no longer optimized. For example, you decided to build bridge, right? But you know that the bridge is already expensive. But you already announced the world that we are going to have bridge from Malacca to Dumai, for example. Malacca to Dumai. Are you following Malacca to Dumai? Where is Dumai? Not Dubai, eh? Not Dubai. Dumai. Yes. Just cross Malacca, from Malacca, cross the Malacca Strait. If we can build from Penang, Butterworks to Penang Island Bridge, 2 bridges already there. 2 bridges already. Bridge 1 and Bridge 2. Batu Kawan to Penang, Batu Kawan to Batu Mau, and the other one from Butterworks to Georgetown. Only 2 bridges. The line of the bridges that we built from Batu Kawan to Batu Mau is equivalent to the distance from Malacca City to Dumai. You know what happens if you can build the bridge between Dumai to Malacca? Peninsula and Sumatra will be barrier, right? And you can go to Bukit Tinggi. You don't want Bukit Tinggi here, it has nothing here. Bukit Tinggi, Indonesia? Anyone here from Indonesia? Anyone? Bukit Tinggi. Bukit Tinggi, Sumatra. Never been there, sister? Follow your parents before COVID-19? I thought sister know Bukit Tinggi very well. No. Oh, Bukit Tinggi is known for the grandmothers only, right? This senior citizen know very well Bukit Tinggi. Bukit Tinggi is the heaven for women's accessories and attire. Bukit Tinggi, Indonesia. Bukit Tinggi, Pahang, near Genting Island, no? There's nothing. It's only initially we have the deforestation. No much interesting. Bukit Tinggi, Sumatra, very good. Asahan, and then Aceh, Masya Allah, Sumatra and Peninsula Malaysia with the bridge, mashallah, the economy will be very. Okay. Another, if we can cross Kuantan to Port Klang with the train, right? Mashallah, another strategic hub for our trades. Brothers and sisters, why I mention all this? Escalation of commitment. Once you know the work, you already started, you don't want to reverse. Once you reverse, and then your water pace will be dropped to the situation that you cannot pick your water pace anymore. Are you following my metaphor? No? Very high metaphor. So it's up to you whether you have to follow or not. Nothing to do with this. But again, some people don't want to be embarrassed. They just continue. Costly or not costly, they don't care. Okay, sometimes when you don't have information at all, you still have to make decision. You still have to make decision. Managers have to make decision, and you use your gut feeling or intuition. Okay, intuition also not like from your dream. It's based on your previous experience. Or sometimes your own feeling. You feel good or you're feeling good or feeling bad. Sometimes back in your mind here, your subconscious. Sometimes based on your values that you subscribe. Okay, values. When it comes to these values, in Islam we have the maqasid al-Sharia. Maqasid al-Sharia means you wanted to protect the 5 factors, right? To protect our religion, protect life, to protect intellect, to protect lineage, and to protect wealth. So this also can be your I call gut line. Okay, you have nothing but just check. Is my decision will threaten life, threaten my religion? If I borrow money from Genting Berhad, Genting Berhad offer me 1 million benevolent loan. Can I take Genting Berhad? What Genting Berhad is doing? Genting Berhad has plantation. Genting Berhad has hotel, entertainment. Is it the major income of Genting Berhad? What is Genting Berhad to you? Genting Berhad. Have you heard Genting Berhad?
Yeah.
What is Genting Berhad doing?
Gambling.
Yes. Major income coming from gambling. If they give you a scholarship, no, also Sharia. Religion say what about gambling? Haram. First, religion, right? Haram cannot take. Okay. Even we can no, I want to give because Genting is just neighborhood to IIM. As neighbor, we want to be good neighbor, right? Yeah, we offer to IIM student. You like to get our Genting Berhad scholarship? No loan, scholarship. Using your values of Maqas and Sharia, what religion said about the gambling? Haram. How about gangster offer you? Money to finance your studies. Money laundering people. Black money. Black money means it's not the money is blacken. It's illegal activities. Also cannot right against the religion. In religion we say something riba, something gharar, something that is we call not certain, then you cannot. Okay. Riba, gambling, or something that not certain, cannot be accepted. That one is not here. They just mention values or ethics. Some people they're talking about their dignity. Dignity means lineage. Okay, in certain lineage they cannot accept zakat. No matter how poor they are, they won't accept any charity or any sadaqah or any zakat. Because their lineage already said to them, we are not going to accept any charity or zakat, but we can accept gift or hadiah. So that lineage, they want to protect their lineage. That's why we have the wakaf zuriyah, family wakaf. Certain family, they already have wakaf for their business because they don't want their family members to go into the poverty trap, and they don't want their family members to be beggars or to be asnah or zakat. That one is based on that values. And in general, in our case, so we can also use the value base in case we have no idea. In Islam, something bad you can feel, something good you also can feel. Okay? That one require a lot of training, training in Islam. So you refer to hadith number 27 in the 40 hadith of Imam Nawawi. So you can get fatwa from your own heart. Intuition is about your heart actually. Okay? And your heart also can be driven by your experience, your values, and also your knowledge. Okay, in decision making, we wanted you to have evidence. Therefore, I also already mentioned to you in your project, please organize or have your own journal or diary, right? To keep track of your own activities, whatever you agree with your group members, please put in writing. If you don't want to put in writing, put in your voicemail. Okay, or perhaps record the bai'ah. We 3 members hereby agree with the terms and conditions that we already said. Okay, also can be recorded evidence. In case later on, we have dispute. Oh, you didn't do your work. I have to do everything. So what is your evidence? Similarly, in the work later on, you need to have the evidence. Okay? In writing or in witness or in anything, evidence. So that's why journal, diary, or any record keeping is very important. Okay? Not to be shown to me, brothers and sisters, just for your own protection. Keep yourself. And later on, when you have the dispute, you can use this, to settle the dispute. In Islam also, we are required to have our records. Records is very important. Okay, even when it comes to serious matter like borrowing money, we have the whole page. It's all Baqarah, just talking about the loan or borrowing money. One page. You need to have the contract. All right. You can also get your decision also from the from people outside your companies. So crowdsourcing. You can get the opinion from the crowd. For example, you organize town hall, for example, public discussion, focus group discussion. You also to get opinion from others. So that's why you also need to keep the record as well. Okay, Shura, are you reading this now? In Surah Al Imran, verse 159. Okay, Shura is encouraged for us, because with Shura we are actually getting the opinions and also the agreement from others. And we do not want to have any quarrel with people. We don't want to have quarrel. And we want to minimize the quarrel because we are created by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to worship Allah. Male and female to worship Allah. Not to quarrel. And we have to minimize. Shura or consultation is encouraged. Even in the context of modern organization, we use the term called consultation as well. We have public consultation. We have group discussion. We have also town hall and so forth. Even the government, before they finalize any policy, they also have their public consultation with many stakeholders. And the Minister of Finance announced, this budget involved 2,000 consultation, 163 discussion, 500 focus group discussion and so forth. They mentioned that, actually the budget, the policy is not from the brain of the ministers alone, but coming from the crowd as well. Okay, the course of decision, some of decision are programmed, some are not programmed. Those are programmed because the problems are repetitive, repeated problem. Just like you wanted to add and drop, register your subject, repeated, isn't it? The same problem. You wanted to change section, you want to drop, you want to add, you want to withdraw. These are all common. That's why you have the SOP. You fill in the form, or nowadays no form, right? Just I maklum, isn't it? I maklum, you want to withdraw, just I maklum, withdraw from the class or drop the subject. Repetitive. But you wanted to, in case now you wanted to study at IIM and simultaneously study at other university in the world. That one is not repetitive. Right? For example, study PPM here and study PPM at university in other parts of the world. That one is not repetitive. That one we call non-program. Right? You propose that I'm studying here, I want to study accounting. At the same time, I also wanted to study music. Bachelor of Music in Spain and Bachelor of Accounting in Ireland. And because in music also have PPM, so can I study both? And I can, transfer some of the credit from PPM economics to the Bachelor of Music in Spain and this. This one is not repetitive, it's not common. But you can do, you can try. Okay? Any of you wanted to try, right? You wanted to try, that's why you have to apply, you have to write. Because they don't have form. No form, you have to write to the rector saying that I want to study Bachelor of Music in Spain while I'm studying Bachelor of Accounting here. Because I want to be, I want to specialize in music accountants. Why? Because in accounting need melody as well. Because we have forensic accounting, right? Right? We have forensic accounting, right? Forensic is medicine, from the medicine discipline. Accounting is business, in the economics and management sciences. So you apply forensic medicine into accounting, forensic accounting. Now I want to be more creative, melody accounting. In accounting, actually, we can have melody. We can have lyrics. Let's lead the accounting. Enlighten the accountant. For example, something that you wanted to be creative. This one is not repetitive. You have to write to the dean, to the rector that you want to have both Bachelor of Music and Bachelor of Accounting at the same time. Okay? That's why you have to write, because it is unique. It's not in the program. It is not in the structure. It is unusual. Okay? Or perhaps somebody wanted to do some, vocational at the same time to study your Bachelor of, Finance and so forth. Okay? Certain students they have this uniqueness. Not all students. Students rest they seek to study accounting 148 credit hours already. To study Bachelor of Music, another 200 credit hours. But again, if you are willing to do, then you go for the non-program. You have to write. This one, you just fill in the form. The difference between here you fill in the form because it's ready. Here, no form, but you can write. You can request. Okay, because of program repetitive, that's why you have the SOP. You have procedures, you have rule and policy. And this is supposed to be easy to get approval or rejection as long as you follow the requirements. No need to delay anymore. I do not know why sometimes they also require delay. Because already clear, straightforward. Why they need to have delay? Okay, but the non-program, yes, require a lot of deliberation. Okay, we need to understand, we need to do research, and they are longer time to make. All right. So the thinking style also will affect your decision making. Are you the one that is we call the one that very much of rational and low tolerance of ambiguity? And therefore, you require directive. You cannot make decision. You always wanted the manager to give you the decision. For example, your manager first line, right? You cannot make decision. You always refer to the top managers. But if you are here, high tolerance of ambiguity, you are no problem if no information. And you use a lot of your intuition, conceptual. You are the one that can imagine things. Right? You can imagine the future consequences of your decision. But if you are not, you are tolerant for ambiguity, but at the same time you want to use intuition, then you are the behavioral managers. But if you are very high tolerance of ambiguity and rational person, right? You wanted to get more data. Yeah? You go for more data because you cannot afford to make decision in the absence of data. So you're becoming person who are analytics, like investigators. Okay? FBI, CIA, what else? In Malaysia, we have the SD. Okay? All the investigators, they are the analytic people. Okay? That's why accountants, they have been trained to be analytics. They are not the directive, but they're analytics. Okay? They cannot just, yes, man and woman. They are the person that who wanted to say something based on the data that they have. Okay, if you live with this kind of person, your life will be up and down. No data, no talk, and they cannot tolerate. Therefore, you have to match the kind of person. So if you are a group member, this kind of Arabic, you'll be in trouble. One member is the relaxed, another member is the figures, very figure oriented, and they'll be quarrel. So what is the moderate to this? How to classify them? What is the middle way? Shura, go for common. Okay, agree on the common. The differences put aside. Never ever touch the difference, agree on the common. What's our common? To get our project done. Okay, if you're concerned about numbers, you're concerned about your intuition, we put aside, now focus on this. Put aside our ego, put aside our overseas, we try to accommodative. Be accommodative with that. This we call adabul ikhtilaf. If you need to have that ikhtilaf. Adab in ikhtilaf means that we go for commons. Okay? What is common? We can agree upon and work on that. Do not work on something that we can agree. Okay? We must agree on something that we can agree. Something that we cannot agree, don't work on that. And this one, just make sure it's always common. Don't go for the non-common territory. Okay, inshallah, we'll continue the rest in our next class. All right, what else we have in terms of errors and so forth. Okay, with that, we don't forget your proposal. And with that, we end with Tasbih Kafara and Salat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.